fellow Liberians, I am happy to be back home and to thank all of you for keeping our peace. I am especially grateful to all of our aspirants who contested for various elected offices. It really is never an easy thing to do. But each of you have demonstrated faith in our democratic process, and by your faith, you have made our country better. Many of you did not win, but by your participation, Liberia won. All of you are therefore truly deserving of our respect and our gratitude. In victory as well as in defeat, each of you should be proud of yourselves, as I am proud of you, and even prouder still to be a Liberian. Of course, the world is watching our elections with vested interest in our peace and growing concerns over our commitments to strengthen our young democracy. The world understands that consolidating our peace and democracy is really a decision that only Liberians can make. They trust us to make that decision for ourselves. And I know we are capable, as we have proven time and again, to hold it within our own hands to shape the future of our country for the better. A few days ago, I returned to the country. And despite the volleys of negative predictions which preceded my arrival, I was pleased to be greeted by quiet streets and peaceful homes. It was especially heartwarming to observe and listen to both the opposition and the ruling parties, which are still locked in the contest for political power, publicly acknowledge that the rule of law prevailed in the recent ruling of our Supreme Court concerning the writ for prohibition on the National Elections Commission. The pronouncement and attending joy, even if not intended to credit the government, actually confirms the settled truth that Liberia has steadily but firmly laid the unshakable foundations for democratic governance in our country, which will not, anytime soon, be easily uprooted. I congratulate all of the parties, and I especially congratulate the court for doing not just what was easy, but what was right. Together, you testify to how far we have come, and especially how matured we have become. Evidently, what was not possible in our country years ago is possible today. The rule of law, to which citizens were grievously denied, is increasingly available to all of our people. Our reforming institutions are becoming stronger, more competent, and truly deserving of the growing public trust and confidence that is now being displayed. Our right to expect to be governed democratically, accountably, and transparently, and that our leaders will continue to consolidate Liberia's respected place in the Committee of Nations by what they do and by what they will not do. It is important that we do not win before we begin to reveal our understanding of these high expectations. This means that even when tempted today to do otherwise, we must continue to act with due regard and care for each other, so that leading all of our people tomorrow will prove to be an enriching experience, not only for self-empathy, but more importantly, for the country. To borrow the needed advice, even when we disagree today, as we now so often are tempted to do, we can do so without seeming disagreeable. It also means that we can criticize each other on the just principles of our claims without laying ourselves bare to lowering standards of hate, enmity, and actions which threaten our peace. It means that we can lift our sights and the sights of those who believe in us, not just to behold the fleeting moments of our victories or despairs, but to imagine and embrace the future to which we and our children are all heirs. And it means that in victory as well as in defeat, we can choose the high road, to be honorable and thereby inspire honor in others. We can never forget that the beauty of democratic competition is the commitment to honor. And notwithstanding what we may allow ourselves to believe, each of our opponents make us better. And so as we are poised to write the next great chapter in the increasingly impressive story of our post-conflict success, my faith is strong, my hope is unfailing, that this chapter will reveal that we did not necessarily lead our various parties to win at all costs, but that we were determined that Liberia wins at any cost. Liberia's victory is just. Liberia's victory is right. And Liberia's victory is big enough to be shared and celebrated by all of us. And so, true to the legacy of the founding fathers, from coastal shoals to rural highlands, our country's trailblazing light is shining again, inspiring many all across our villages and towns, as well as those around the world who are still trapped in the jaws of conflict and thirst for peace and democratic governance. We are inspiring them to hope again. Long may our light continue to shine. Long may our spirits be lifted. Long may our democracy thrive. And long may our peace reign supreme. God bless you. God bless Liberia. I thank you.